So I've been speaking to a lot of you about what I refer to as the roadmap for success in going from or getting PR, going from temporary resident to permanent resident, or for getting that foot in the door, because I think a lot of people concentrate on what they see in front of them and not what they see X amount of years down the line. So for us, our plan was because of my age and Nathan's qualifications and his age as well, our points were very, very low for EE to apply directly. And we also didn't, we couldn't get PMP for anything either. So what we had to do is make a plan and then put that plan in place. So obviously we're not at the end of our road. We're here on a temporary work visa. We want PR and we want to permanently live in a different province. So we're not where we wanted to live originally. So every step we've taken let's get comfy, is to then end up with PR. So a lot of people go, oh, I don't have enough points in EE, it's the end of the road, when they've not actually looked at any other options or any other routes over here, which frankly is crazy to me. You'd think you'd exhaust every avenue before giving up. So what I thought I'd do was do a vlog giving you examples of ways to increase your points or increase your ability to get PMP, which obviously would then give you 600 points for you to go through EE. And obviously PMP is the only thing that's been pulled presently. So we'll start with my story. So my husband got a job offer which was LMIA supported. We've come over here. It's a 2-year visa. Now we are very, very lucky because the company that's employed my husband will renew that visa every time it comes towards running out. So next year it runs out. So if we haven't got PR by then, they'll just redo the LMIA until we eventually do get PR. Fingers crossed. So then obviously we were offered a job Nathan was offered a job in Victoria. It's very, very expensive here. Even where BC is concerned, it's very expensive where we are. It's not somewhere we could afford to buy a property. It's not somewhere where we want to finish our Canada move, our Canada experience, our Canada journey. It's not where we will end. So the next step for us obviously is PR. So we are looking at BC PMP, but we're also looking at doing CEC. It just depends if CEC opens up by the time that we're ready to apply, which is in August after Nathan's done a full year of work. Well, then obviously BC PMP is taking around about 2 years to do. So at that point we'd have been here for 4 years, hopefully, once that goes through. So, and then obviously they will eventually move to where we want to live and buy. So that is our plan. So what you need to do is look at the steps that you need to do to be able to make the move here and to be able to eventually get PR. It may be not something you will get initially, but it's something that you need to have an end goal for and work towards. So for example, if you come over here, just like Louise has, if you want to go follow her YouTube channel, she vlogs literally from getting IEC and now they've got PR. That's, a prime example of a roadmap to success. So you could come over here if you're under 30 on an IEC. No, it's not a permanent visa, but it would then give you a foot in the door to apply for permanent residency after, say, you've done a year. So you've got more points with having years of experience. So make sure the jobs that you are putting yourselves in for are jobs that will get you that count towards PR, that will give you more points, that will enable you to apply for PMP if you still don't have enough job points, like what we've done here in BC. Because Nathan's in an A-band job, we can then apply for permanent residency through him through PMP. In fact, I've actually just found out that we could apply through me as well, because I work in tourism as a semi-skilled, not freaking semi-skilled, but whatever, Trevor, option. But so look at the areas that you want to live in. So you might want to live in Toronto, but you may have to go to Saskatchewan, because that's just an easier route if you want to do PMP. That's the way you need to look at it. Not, I want to move here, this is where I want to go, but this is not going to give you the points. This is not going to give you access to PMP. It's this course is not going to count for anything. So that's how you need to look at it. Every plan you make you need to check that you can use this on your road to PR. So as I was talking about, look at provinces that are easier to get PMPs with. Look at the jobs, the skilled jobs that are needed, so and the banding as well. So really at the minute, I know that they're looking at redoing the knock list in October and how it works, but presently, based on now, you need to be looking at occupations in 0, A and B. You can get them in the lower ones, but if you really want to up your points and really want to increase your chances, you want to be looking at those jobs, even if it's something you're not even trained in. It doesn't matter. If this is where you want to be, these are the sacrifices you need to make to increase your chances of PR down the road. Another example is going through the student route. Now, there's no point doing that if your end game is PR, if you choose a course that doesn't give you the PGWP, the postgraduate work permit, after you finished your course. So look at the institutions that you're applying to, make sure that you can get that work permit at the end of it. Make sure you're doing courses that you can use for PMP and PR, because not all of them do sit with whatever province you're in. So just double check that you can use that for that, because I've had instances where people have contacted me saying, we've done finished a college course, we've coming towards the end of our PGWP, but none of it counts for PR, which blew my brain a bit. So the course they'd taken, they can't use for PR, and then the jobs that they went into also don't count towards PR or being able to use the PMP. So that was bad planning on their part. So it's super important that you look into what's available in the province, because it is province to province. So you need to look at the different PMPs that are available. It doesn't take forever to do. It's not impossible. They're super easy. Just search them, Google, BC PMP, Ontario PMP. You don't even have to know the proper initials for it. Just Google it and it'll come up, and then you can go onto their web pages and see what their PMPs are asking for postgraduates, see what they're asking for skilled workers, see what the criteria is, and then go down that route. A lot of people go, well, I'm not, that's not where my job is. How much do you want to move? You've got to sacrifice if you want to live the dream that you've got in your head about moving here to Canada. That is the reality of it. I'm not going to sugarcoat everything. I see a lot of people that'll go away and put all their effort into going into the EE pool, and what? Because they're not pulling skilled workers at the minute from the EE pool. They're not. They're doing PMPs only currently. They are saying that it should return this year, but then what if it doesn't? What if you are one of those individuals that are over 30 and will lose 5 points for every year you get older? You need to look at other opportunities. For example, going through a recognised organisation, because you can do that until the minute you turn 36. You've got to be very organised for that, because they get released at the beginning of the year and they sell out fast, and once they're gone, they're gone. As IEC, they only take a certain amount. I think people think it's a forever amount of places available. That no, there isn't. They've got a certain amount that they will take, and once they've hit their criteria and their quota for that closes. It usually closes in November, unless it fills up quicker than that, and then it'll close earlier. and then open up later in next year, so usually February, March time for that. So you've got to be prepared, you've got to plan, and you've got to look at sacrifices, because they're only temporary. You can always do what you want to do once you've got your PR, but you've got to be proactive in searching and doing the research and looking at your best option for getting PR. So to summarise, if you can get here an IEC or an RO, choose a job that you can use within the knock list of 0, A and B. If you're going to do a course, make sure it's relevant to the province that you're in, and you can use it for PMP if you need those extra points. Or you can get the postgraduate work permit. I said it needs to be well planned. With that, you don't have to do particularly long courses, but you'll get the permit for the X amount of time that your course is. So it's definitely a way in, and there's no age limit as well. It's the wrong side. There's no age limit with where is a study permit. You're never too old to do it. There's been a lot of mature learners that go through that, 40s and 50s, but that's their only option to obviously get in over here. If you have any questions, obviously go to the Facebook group or message me directly on Insta. But this is kind of like a wakey call, because the amount of people that contact me going, but this is what I do professionally here, but I don't want to live in that province, or I don't want to study. Well, how much do you really want this dream is what I'm asking you. Okay guys, that's all. It's a really short one. I have popped on at the end of this a video of our hike over in East Sooke. It's a stunning hike through the rainforest down to a beautiful beach with turquoise water. So please come and have a look at where I live. Heaven Cove, where we live. That's an overshare. No, stop. Do you want a drink, Faye? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to do one more before we share it. Oh, who flipped out? Easy enough. is going. So I can do it myself, dumbass. Shown up by the old man. Yeah, we just came down that. And they've left me to get eaten by something. I'll keep the something going for about a year, I think. My fat is. This is a trail. Spot the path, but it is a trail. Gonna die. No, just having a quick stop. Who's behind you?